So let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So we are learning the Dhammapada commentary, especially so how to learn the commentary. So that is why not all of the Dhammapada commentary just so explanation of the stanza. So the first stanza is here Mano Bobingama, Dhamma, Mano Siddha, Mano Maya, and so on. So that one is explained. So later parts, and then, so here the first one is Manobo Bengama Dhamma, Manobo Bengama. In the word Manobo Bengama, so this paragraph explains the word Mano. And then next line is Bobengama. Okay, and then another line is Dhamma. So in this way, at the time, Dhamma is four kinds of Dhamma. So Guna Dhamma, Desana Dhamma, Pariyati Dhamma, and the Nesada Nejiva Dhamma. So in this way, four kinds. So, and then that is content for that explanation. That is one, in which part or in which passage or in which is explanation. So what is Guna Dhamma? What is Desana Dhamma? What is Pariyati Dhamma? Or what is Nisana Nejiva Dhamma? So to understand that point here with the quotation, so Nahi Dhammo Adhammo Ja Ubosama Vipaki no Adhammo Nidyan Nidi Dhammo Babedi Sokate. So Dhamma and Adhamma. So righteousness and unrighteousness. Both of them have no the same reference. They are different. They are of different results. So Adhammo and righteousness. Need and need leads to woeful state. So Dhammo righteousness. So Babedi Sokade. So leads to attain or cause to attain the happy destination. So in this stanza, so Ayan Guna Dhammo Nama. In this stanza here, the word Dhammo we see. So in this content, so that Dhamma should be understood as a Guna Dhamma, a quality Dhamma or virtuous Dhamma. So in this way. And then in the next, so Dhamma wo Bhikkhave Disisami Adikalayana. So monks, I will expound the Dhamma which is excellent at the beginning or from the beginning and so on. So in this passage, so the word Dhamma you see at that time, so according to this context, this Dhamma means, so Desana Dhamma. So Desana Dhammo Nama, Ayan Desana Dhammo Nama. So that is discourse or maybe instruction also. And then, so Idabana Bhikkhave Ikiji Kula Buddha Dhammambriya Punandi Sotangiyan and so on. So here or in the or in this dispensation, in these teachings of the Buddha, so Ikiji Kula Buddha, some clans men, so Briya Punandi learn and teach Dhamma and the Sota discourses, Gaya or poem or poetic or something like that. So in this passage, so the word Dhamma means Pariyati Dhamma, so something to learn. Pariyati Dhamma, something to learn. Dhammam Priya Punanti. Okay. And also, so that's mean Kobana Samaye Dhamma Hondi Kanda Hondi. So at that moment, that's mean Kobana Samaye. So Dhamma Hondi. So Dhammas are arising, Kanda Hondi Kandas are arising, aggregates are arising. So Dhamma here phenomena. So in this context, Dhamma means so Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma. Nesada Dhammo. So non-substantial, non-being, non-living being, just phenomena, just nature, non-substantial or phenomena. Okay. And also the last part of the 4 kinds of Dhamma is so Nesada. So Nesada Nejiva. Here 2 words together, you see. Nesada and Nejiva. But here, so again Nesada Dhammo. So this is Nesada Dhamma, non-substantial or phenomena. So, but in the content, so it is introduced Nesada Nejiva, but here only Nesada Dhamma. So that is right. What about the Nejiva? Nejiva is different from the Nesada or the same. So we have a question. So that is our next slide. So Nejiva Dhammo Dibi Iso Ewa. So that means this Dhamma, this phenomena also Nejiva Dhamma. So noumenal or animistic entity, non-animistic entity. That one also phenomenon. So Iso Dhammo in this content. This Dhamma means so Nejiva Dhammo Dibi, Nejiva Dhamma also. Dhammo Dibi Nama, Itibi Nama, Nama in this way. So here Iti, Dhammo Dibi, now Iso Ewa. Okay, so last time we have learned up to this stage. So now before going to the next, now, so roughly, when we learn the commentary, so, sentence analysis, Wakya analysis are very important. So that is one. Now, mainly, so in Pali commentary, when we see Wakya, so at that time, so that Wakya maybe properly so translated as a maybe sentence, but so here, the important point we need to remember is, in Pali, a sentence does not mean or a sentence ending in the period or ending in the full stop, based on the information. So that is very important to understand. So, for example, here, so at the very beginning also, we already introduced roughly. So, Dhammaraja Iman Gata Maha. So to that line, that is one line. And then from that to the end of this commentary. So Dokamanu Bandadi, that is one line. So in this position, the first one is Bri Sinke Bakwakia. The later part is Waitara. In this way, we have land. So similarly, here, so the commentator explained the word Manobo Vengama Dhamma, the first part. So in the first word, Manobo Vengama, he explained Mano. So explanation of Mano is, so from the Manodi, data Manodi to the Labati. So in this explanation, maybe you see, so here Manodi Kamawajara Kusaladi Bedan Sabambi Jedu Bomika Jeda. Here full stop. Maybe so that one also one line, one period. And the Imas may Bana Badi and so on. And up to the Labadi is one part. So 2 periods. But so if we compare with the so with reference to the next explanation, so at that time, all of these two lines or two periods are maybe, one sentence in Pali literature. So in this way, we consider. So at that time, so these two periods are explanation of the Mano, and the others are explanation of the Bogangama. So that is when they are different parts. So part and the other part, maybe Beka and Bekandara in Pali. So in this way. And then within them, so Manobo Bengama, so Kamajra Guzla Jada Savanbi Kamajra and Imas Membana Pati, and that's how we just and so on. So actually Mano, so here in this stanza, so that is generally expounded by the Buddha. Manobo Bengama Dhamma, all of the phenomena are led by the mind. So in this content, so Mano refers to the all of the Jaitas. So that is why the Jadu Bhumika Jaita. So 4 planes Jaitas. So Jaitas related to the 4 planes, Kama Jaita, Rupa Jaita, Arupa Jaita, and the Lokudra Jaita. But so to understand that point, so the Buddha, maybe the commentator, provides the story that the Jakubala went through. So according to that story at that time, so Mano, specifically the interpretation of Mano is, Domanasa Saha Gatan Padika Sambyuda Jeta. So Dosa Mula Jeta. So the mind rooted in the anger, Dosa Mula Jeta. So that is just based on this story. Not only, so in the word Manobo Bengama Dhamma, the meaning of Mano is all of the mind. Whenever the mind arises, the other mental state also, Jidisika also arise. So in this way, if so the mind does not arise, the other mental states or associated Jidisika cannot arise. So that is a mind is leader or something like that. So that is why here, in this phrase, Manobo Bengama, so this line is explanation of the Mano, but the other one, Imasme Pana and so on. So actually, explanation of Mano already stopped, already finished. But so if we contact that explanation of Mano according to this, the story of the Jakubala went through. So at that time, the the specific interpretation of Mano is Domanaza Sahakata Jeta, Padika Sambyuta Jeta. So in this way, so that is why the explanation of the Mano already stopped, already finished, but only contact or only connected with that Mano in accordance with the that story. So at the time, here the interpretation of Mano is Dosa Mula Jeta. So that is why. So after stopping or after losing contact, so later sentence or later maybe argumentation or complaint, so has come. That is the later sentence is Upanayasa. Upanayasa in this, Wakyaramba. Wakyaramba. Okay, later, Upanayasa also almost we have landed. So that is why, just recalling the Arada Wakya and Upanayasa and Wakyaramba Wakya. Okay, so now we have finished from the Mano to the Nesada Nejiwa Dhammo, and then Desu Imasamentani, Nesada Nejiwa Dhammo Adebedo. So we finished to the here. So now, and also partly The reference explanation or reference translation also last time we have done. So the first one is roughly I translated. So nahi dhammo adhammo ja ubosama vipaki no. So adhammo niriyan neti dhammo babiti sokate. So the first one is, when we see such a, quotation or reference, so at that time, firstly, so quotation, without translating, skipping translation, so the other content should be translated. So at that time, easy to understand. So here also, maybe these two. So among them, so nahi dhammo adhammo ja ubosama vipaki no adhammo niriyan neti dhammo babeti sokate. So after the sokate iti, so iti ita. So that is in this stanza. That is the meaning of the iti ita. So in this stanza or in this passage, nahi dhammo adhammo sokate. So ayan guna dhammo nama. So this dhamma is guna dhamma by name. Nama means by name. Or maybe this dhamma is called the guna dhamma, or righteous dhamma, or so virtuous dhamma, or useful dhamma, or something like that. And then now the meaning of the nahi dhammo adhammo ja ubosama vipaki is here. So both Dhamma and Adhamma have not the same result. So Adhamma leads to woeful state and Dhamma causes to reach happy destination. So, and then the same way. So next also, so Dhammo bhikkhve, this is Sami, Adhikalanandi ayan, Dhamma ayan desana Dhammo nama. So here also, iti, maybe iti ita. So in this passage, so Dhamma bhikkhve, this is Sami Adhikalayana. So this Dhamma means referring to this Dhamma. So this Dhamma is, Desana Dhamma by name. And the meaning of this passage is, so bhikkhve monks. So this is Sami, I'm going to preach. And the Dhamma, that discourse. So woe to you. And then, so Adhikalayanan is actually modifying to the Dhamma. So that is one. So which is excellent from the beginning. So this one is, translation of that quotation or maybe that reference. What? And then next, also the same, Idabana bhikkhave ekiti kula bodha dhamman priya bunandi sodan geyanti. He also geyanti iti ita. In this passage, so ayan priyadi dhammo nama. In this passage, idabana dhamma priya bunandi. So this dhamma means, so priyadi dhamma by name. Okay, and then the meaning of this passage is here. So ida me here. Ida bana here. So monks. So ikiti kula bodha, some clansmen. So Dhamma Priya Bunandi, learn the Dhamma. And the Sota, Gaya, and so on. The Sota means discourses, Gaya means such a discourse with the stanza like the Dhammabara or Mingala Sota, Metta Sota, and so on. Okay, take it. And then the last one. So that's the main Kopana Samaye, Dhamma Hondi Kanda Hondi di Ita, your ita, iti ita. So in this passage, that's the main Kopana and so on. So ayan Nisada Dhammo Nama. So this Dhamma is Nisada Dhamma. So Nisada, so non-being. Sada means being, Nisada, non-being, literally. So that means nature. So the meaning of this passage is that's the main called Bana Sami at that time. So Dhamma phenomena are arising, khandhas, aggregates are arising. So, and then Nesada Dhammodibi is so ewa. Or Nejiwa Dhammodibi is so ewa. So Nejiwa Dhamma is also so ewa, only this Nesada Dhamma. So that means Nesada Dhamma itself also called the Nejiwa Dhamma. Nesada and Nejiwa are the same, just phenomena or nature, no substantial or no animistic entity. Okay, so, and then these are just the possible, enumeration of the word Dhamma. But in this context, Manobo Bengama Dhamma, which one should be understood? So based on that information, so here, Desu Imasame Tani Nesada Nejiwa Dhammo Adebido. So now this is a new one for us. So, and then, so in this one, Desu, a man there, Desu is referring to these four kinds of Dhamma. So, Guna Dhamma, Desana Dhamma, Briyadi Dhamma, and Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma. A man then. So Ima Samaitani mean, so literally in this field, but so maybe in this content, in this what Manobo Dhamma. So Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma, Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma, so phenomena, so opposite to the substantial and the so animistic entity, and so the what important we should know is here a date beta. So a date beta is a D very fixed, and the but very fixed root is E, and the past participle is that. So, and then this but also actually equivalent to the, para, but in Pali, para becomes the baba. One of them is temporarily dropped. That is one. Now, so we have the adi. So bara, e, da, and then so this I is changed to the a. Para becomes the baba. So we have the adi beta. So that adi beta mean literally intended. But commonly that word is such a, so far in commentary we can see, formally the commentator explained the possible meaning of maximum possible meaning of a word like the Dhamma. So he explained after that, so based on the context, so the word, the meaning of or the interpretation of that word, which should be understood here. So he chooses based on the context. So at that time, commonly he used this word. The commentator used this word, David. So that is maybe so semantic also, content intended or semantic. So the meaning should be understood in the sentence, or the meaning of the word which should be understood in the sentence. So semantic. So semantic meaning. So that is why the meaning of this line. So these should mean, among them. So that is general translation, among four kinds of Dhamma. So Imasamentani in this context, So Nesada Nejiwa Dhammo. Dhamma is maybe intended meaning or maybe semantic meaning. So in this way, semantic one. And then, so, okay, let's go back to the original part. Now, the commentator, so explain the word, Dhamma. So Dhamma has 4 kinds. So guna, disana, briyadi, nesada, nejiwa. This is content. And then, so this one is Sankeba Vakya. And then Desu. So at the very beginning, we have learned the sentence starting with the data. So that sentence can be understood as a Vaitara. The same with Desu and data and synonymous. That is why later is Vaitara also can be understood. So at the very beginning, we have learned the sentence indicator. So at that time, those sentence indicator are only in declinative particle. But so such a data or desu, those are also maybe a kind of sentence indicator. So can be understood in this way. But they are not really indicator, but so that is based on the experience. In commentary, following lines starting with the data or desu, so commonly they are, Vaitara sentence or detailed explanation. So in this way can be understood. So here, desu and data are synonymous. So that is one. The Dhammadi, so guna, desana, priyadi, nesada, nejiwa, wasina, chadaro, dhammanama. So this is Sankeba or brief. So brief statement. And then, so what is guna, what is desana, what is briyadi, what is nesada, nejiwa? So they are explained in the following sentence. Those sentences are started with the desu. So that is why. So that desu to the, so here, these are Vaitara or detailed explanation. Okay, so that is with reference to the former line Dhammadi, Guna, Desana, Briyadi. So Nesada, Nejiwa, Dhamma, Wasena, Chadaro, Wasena, Chadaro, Dhamma. And also, so these are actually Guna, Desana, Briyadi, Nesada, Nejiwa, Wasena, Chadaro, Dhamma. And the Dhamma Nama Desu to the, so Iso Ewa. So these are, maximum, possible meaning explanation. And then, so the intended meaning or semantic meaning should be chosen. So in such an explanation, so commonly we see that. So at that time, so with reference to the following sentence, Desu ima samay tane, nesada nejiwa dhammo adebito. So this line is, so choosing the intended or maybe semantic meaning, semantic dhamma. So that is one. So later one is called the atodara, and this line is called the, so atodesa. So atodara means taking out or explaining the meaning of the word, or so maximum possible meaning of the word. Maybe sometimes explanation, sometimes, interpretation. Here, Dhamma is interpretation. So among them, so which one should be understood in this context? So that is atodesa. So atodara and the atodesa. In the so types of the wakya we have learned, just to understand content. So, and then now the, so Dhamma Guna Desna Dhamma Priyati and so on to thee. So a day beto. So Dhamma means four kinds of Dhamma. And then here in this context, Manobo Bengama Dhamma. Dhamma means so Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma. So if we say Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma, the literal meaning of the Nesada Nejiwa Dhamma means non-soul, non-being. Nesada means non-being, Nejiwa means non-soul. So the Dhamma, so neither soul nor being. What does it mean? So we cannot understand. That is why. So he need to be interpreted. That is right. So atado, deyo arubino kanda, virana kando, sinya kando, sinkhare kando di. So that one also a part of the explanation of the Dhamma. So this Dhamma in the ultimate sense. So me here, so Dhammo, atado, in the ultimate sense. So Teyo, three. What are they? So Arubino Kanda, so mental aggregates, and they are within a kind of aggregate of feeling, senior kind of aggregate of perception, a Sankara kind of aggregate of, so the mental formation. Okay, so this line also actually, so not stop. The explanation of Dhamma is not stopped yet. This line also included in the explanation of the Dhamma. So that is why this line, but so if the commentator stopped here, they be at that time we cannot understand what is Dhamma in ultimate sense. So that is why he needs to continue explaining. So that is why. And this line is Upanayasa. Upanayasa Vakya. So that is when here we can compare, Arada Vakya. So okay, later. So former line is Arada Vakya. Here also former line is Arada Vakya. Maybe not just from the days. From the Dhammati. And so this in this way. So in this way, now we can compare it. So now the first part is Arada and the Vakya Ramba, Arujya, or Vakya Ramba. And the second part is Arada and so Upanyasa Vakya in this way. So why we were learning the past part at that time. So Vakya Ramba point, we have no clear understanding. Now comparing these two parts. So the first part, so actually this, the Imas Membana Badi roughly can be understood. So Vakya Ramba, Vakya is not included in the explanation of the Mano. But based on the story, so the interpretation of Mano here, Dosamula Jeta, Badika Samyuta Jeta. So without story also can be understood, Mano is for minds, for kinds of minds in this way. But so Upanasya Vakya is included in the explanation of the Dhamma. So that is why content is not stopped yet, not loose yet. So that is why it is called the Upanayasa in this way, can be understood. Okay, so now here, so atado arubino kanda, so virana kando, sinya kando, sankhara kando. So okay, this line. So means so Dhammo. So that Dhamma is, so here one line you see, so atado deyo. So atado deyo. So this Dhamma is of three kinds, maybe of three, maybe attado by the ultimate sense. Ultimate sense. And also these three, they still need to be enumerated. That is why Deo Arubino Kanta. So three semantic aggregates by the ultimate sense. So this Dhamma, that Dhamma by the ultimate sense is of three mental aggregates. And then they are so Virana Kando and the Sinya Kando and then Sankara Kando. So aggregate of feeling, aggregate of perception, and then so aggregate of the mental formation. So, and then here ET. So actually this ET may be so commonly S in English, S. So that is in the enumeration can be understood. So so related to that one, so we have two, so number and the so enumeration. So at the very beginning, also one line you see. Commonly we use the wasina. Where is it? Yeah. That is one way. And another way is like this here. Deyo arubino kanda nasinya kandoti. So that means here you see, if we put the word number, the number at the very beginning, so enumeration part commonly with the ED. But if we so that number at the end, if we put other than commonly we use the wasina. So guna desana dam briyadi nesada nejwa wasina chataro. Okay. So and then the other way. So if we put that, so number at the very beginning, the yo arubino kanda. So other than later part, enumeration part with the ed instead of the wasina. They have the same sense. They have the same sense. That Pali style is like that. So at that time, as the syntactic relation or relational grammar. So now these Guna, Desana, Briyadi, Nesada, Nejiwa, Wasena. That is enumeration. Enumeration. So commonly, this one is enumeration. That is what called the Sarupa Impali. But later part is the word. So what should be enumerate? The word which is enumeration, or maybe a number, actually number. So that is we call the Sarupa Wanda. Sarupa Wand, which has enumeration, will need to be enumerated. So the actually number. So the same way here also. So no, the yo arubino. So kanda. And then so with the neck kando. So the first part is Sarupa Wanda. Sarupa Wand. Later part is Sarupa, enumeration. So number n is enumeration. So in this way, but technically, Pali term is Sarupa, Sarupa Wand, and Sarupa Wand and Sarupa in this way. But so that term is not so important. Just here, the point I want you to understand is, so in such a construction, so number n is enumeration. So commonly, so numbered at the very beginning, so at the time later following is ending in the ed. Okay, but so number is later, enumeration is past. So at that time, that enumeration with the wasina and the wasina. So they all kind of by means of, by way of. That is why this ed can be understood easily. The meaning of ed is what the same as the wasina, by means of or by way of in this way. Okay, so and then now the last part. The last part is actually conclusion. Nigamana Vakya also. Nigamana Vakya. And maybe because of the he also, that is or what kind of Vakya. So that is the end of the explanation. So intro part, explanation part, and concluding part. So Nigamana Vakya also can be understood that one. So, okay, let's see in the original text. Now, the commentator explained starting from the Mano, okay, and then Mano. So he explained the Manobo Bengama Dhamma, the past part. So firstly, he explained Mano, and then Bobengama, and then the Dhamma. Okay, so after that, so up to this one. Now, finally, all of his explanation, he concluded this one, Manobo Bengama Dhamma. Finally, Manobo Bengama. Okay, so and then based on his explanation, what should be understood here is, so Manobo Bengama is combination of the Mano and the So Bobengamo. Okay. But it is the possessive compound it is refers to the another one, refers to the Dhamma possessive compound. That is why at the very beginning, when he explained the Bobengama, so he used the word Samanakata. So that is why, when the commentator explained the word using, the word Samanakata, Sambana, Sambona, and so on. So if that word is a single word, it should be understood as a possessive, a derivative word. That is that. But it is combination of the two words. So it can be understood as a possessive compound, like the Bhobi Samasa, attributed compound. So that is why finally he explained, he concluded that Manobo Bengama is Bhobi Samasa. So Mano Bobengamo, it is Sandy Manobo Bengam. So actually this sentence should be understood in this way. So that is making confined he. So Danli Garena, making confined. So at the very beginning, he explained that Manobu Bengama is explained with the Tawasamanagata. So finally, now it should be understood as a Bobhi Samasa in this way. So here also two parts in this one. Firstly, ED Mano Bobengama Nama. Briefly. So because here ED is a kind of the quotation mark. That is why this quotation should temporarily be skipped. So ED means ED Dhamma. So these these Dhammas are, and then the meaning of the Manobo Bengama. So Bobengama is maybe led by temporarily or preceded by. Led by the mind. Or maybe instead of translating literal one, so these dhammas are Manobobengama. Manobobengama. Nama, so by name. So in this way, at the time after that, Manobobengama means led by the Dhamma, led by the mind. So in this way. And then here quotation is Mano Bobengamo, it is Sandy Mano Bobengama. Manobobengamo, it is Sandy Manobobengama. So maybe that one. Oh, sorry. According to that Waikaha explanation, instead of saying led by the mind, literal translation is better. So having the mind as a leader. Having the mind as a leader. So it may, according to, so this explanation. So according to Mano So Bogangamo 80 cent. So in this way. And then the meaning of the Manobo Bangamo 80 cent is here already. So having the mind as a leader. So in this way can be understood. So finally, so Manobo Bangama is a kind of the possessive adjective compound word. So attributed to the later word Dhamma. Manobo Bangama Dhamma. So those Dhammas having the mind as their leader. In this way can be understood. Okay, and then now, so let's move to the next part. So now the commentator explained the word Mano Bobengama, and the Mano is what, Bobengama is what, and the Dhamma is what. And he already concluded. So he decided Mano Bobengama Dhamma. No, now when information already stopped here, but so Mano is, mind is leader of those Vedana, Sanya, and the Sankhara. Not so clear. How? The mind is the mind leader of them. So question, or maybe complaint has come. So that is one. That is next part. So in previous explanation, so still something to be complained. So that is one. This later part is that one is up to the Opada Vijayawasena. So maybe to the, so from Katam to the, so Obijana was Obijadi Yewa. Okay, so to the, these are maybe, you know, Wakyaramba. Wakyaramba. Because so the explanation of the Manobo Benkamadama already finished. This one is not included in the explanation of the Manobo Benkama. But so that explanation not so clear. Something there is something to be complained. Something need to be make it clear. Not about the explanation, literal explanation of the word or something, elaboration of the word or something like that. Just here the word connected with the word Bobengama. So Bobengama means leading. So how the mind lead those man, feeling, perception, and then mental formation within Asanya Sankara. That one is not so clear to us. So that is why later sentences are such the reasonable explanation. So that is here question. So Katam Baniti Sadi Ekawatu ko Ekaramano Abuban Achariman Ekakane Obijamano Mano Bobing Gamo Nama Oditi. That is question. Okay, so forward. So actually, you know, according to the Abhidhamma theory, so when the mind arises, at that time, it's the associated Dhamma also arise at the same time. So among those Dhammas arising at the same times, how the mind so can be a leader. They are arising at the same time. So that is briefly the meaning of this question. So the mind also take the visible form as an object, and then so take the eye sensitivity as their base. Ikawatuka, ikaramana. The same way those mental states, mental association dhamma like the Jitasika, Vedana Sanya, and the other Sankhara and so also take eye sensitivity as their base, as well as visible form, take visible form as their object. And then they arise at the same time, Abhoban Ajariman. No sooner nor later. Abhoban no sooner, Ajariman no later. So Ikakane at the same moment. So Obija Mano, the mind arising. Mano, the mind, Bobengamo Nama Hodi. How is leader? Katan, Bobengamo Nama Hodi. How the mind become a leader. Okay. So brief explanation is so Obada Bijyatena. Obada Bijyatena. So by means of, yeah, Atena also maybe in the sense of, or maybe by means of, Bijya means the cause. Obada means so bringing about. The cause of bringing about. In the sense of cause of bringing about. So that is briefly explanation. So okay, later when we were analyzed word by word, and then so send the and meaning also. But here just to understand sentence structure. So the first part is maybe arada explanation, all of the from the mano to the manobangama dhamma nama. That is arada vakya. And then so from the katam to the so obijati yewa is so vakya ramba vakya. And then within the that vakya ramba vakya also, so one is question, that is bocha vakya. The other one is obijana wasena, is Vizijana Vakya, or Bocha and Vizijana also different part. So Bocha is question part, Vizijana is answer part. That is a Bekandra also, branch of the Bekandra, Bocha and the Vizijana. So question and answer. And here question is very short. So this one is short answer or brief answer, that is Sinkhiba. Later one is so detailed answer with the simile, that is Waitara also. Okay, so now rapidly we can understand this sentence. Okay, let's go back to the note. So now, Katambani Dehi Sadi, so Ika Watu Go, Ika Ramano, Abuba, Ajari Man. This one is no question and answer. So now the meaning of the question. Okay, so together. So we should go. So the meaning of the katan means how. So that is in the interrogative adverb. So how. And the banedehi should be divided bana and the edehi. So edehi is with the Saturday. Saturday. Edehi Saturday. So together with these. So idehi, that, so arubi nehi kandehi. Idehi kandehi. So referring to the wilne kandehi, senye kandehi, sankhara kandehi. So together with these three khandas, so eka vitu ko, eka ramano, and the obija mano. Eka vitu ko, eka ramano, obija mano, mano. So they are modifying to the mano. Obija mano, mano. The mind which is arising. So eka vitu ko, being or maybe having the same base, and ikaramano, having the same object, and then aboban achariman, no sooner no later. So ikakane, that is located case, at the same moment. So bobengamo nama hoti, how become bobengama, how become a leader. So the mind which arises at the same time, no sooner, no later. So having the same object, having the same base, together with these Vedana Sanya Sankhara. How it become? How does it become Bogagama or leader? So okay, now meaning also roughly can be understood. So Banidehi said Ika Vituka. So Ika Vituka is, Ika Vituko Mano. Okay. And the Ikaramano also Ikaramano Mano. You see? Now, so Ika Vituka is Ika combination of the Ika and the Vitu. Combination of the two words. That is compound samasa. But they refers to the another word. So the word Ika Vituka not refers to the Iko, not refers to the Vitu. They refers to the outer word, Mano. So that is when they are possessive compound or attributed compound or Bahubihi Samasa also can be understood. So maybe Ekan Witu. So yes, D. So Ika Watu Ko Ka is, so just as for what? Ika Watu Ko, that means Mano. The same way, so Ekan Aramanan. So yes, D. Ika Ramano. The one also Mano in this one. So taking the example of this word, you see, Mano Bobengama Dhamma. So Mano Bobengamo Idisandi. So Idisam, maybe here, instead of saying yes, Idasa also can be. Idasa Manasa. You also Idasa Manasa. Ikan Aramana. Idasa di Ikaramano Dami Mano. Okay. And then next word is Aboba Achariman. They are actually adverb. So Boba means so former or previous. So means negative. Aboba, not former, no former, not previous. That means no sooner. with the accusative case, aboban, no sooner, no achari. So, charima. So, charima is very rare. Boba is very common to us. So, charima, so subsequent or maybe last, yeah, opposite to boba, last. And then negation, so acharima. So, not later, you see. Aboban, acharima, that means simultaneously. No sooner, no later, or simultaneously. So they are adverb, commonly adjective, but with the accusative case, they are used as an adverb. The same with boba, also originally adjective. Maybe so na bobo, a bobo, and then with the accusative case, a boban. So a bobo is adjective, but a boban with the accusative case, use it as an adverb. The same way, na cherimo, a cherimo. That is adjective. And then with the accusative case, a man, that is adverb. And then aboban man. So ike kane. So ike kane is just referring to here. Ika mean one or single. Kana mean moment. The meaning of that ike kane also at the moment, at the same moment. So referring to the later word. So that is fine. This one is modifying to the later word. So maybe descriptive determinative compound or ikekanen or digu samasa also. Descriptive neural determinative compound. So iko kano. Ikekano. Iko kano, ikekano. But here with the locative case, ikekane. At the same moment. And then obijamano, that is present participle what? Obijamana. So ood. And then bad. And the conjugation is and surface ya and the mana. Present participle. So daba become the baba, daya become the yaya. Obijamana. But with the nominative case, to modify to the mano. That is right. No, obija mano mano in this way. Adjective, modifier. And then obija mano mano. So now the whole line we finished. Boben kama already, mano also already. Now we can understand the meaning. So maybe katami how mano, the mind. So that mano is modified by the obija mano. So arising. And the ikakane at the same time, at the same moment. So no sooner, no later. And there also here ikaramano. So ika with to go. They are possessive adjective, possessive compound. Though possessive compound here also we have translated. So manobogama is possessive compound is explained the manobogama it is. You see, having the mind as their leader or something. So that is why here having the same object. That is ikaramano. And the ika were to go also the same object and the same base. So together, ika were to go ikaramano, having the same base, the same object. So having the same object, and then so set day together with, and then these maybe kindas. So feeling, so perception, and the mental formations. So okay, so actually without using how, so these are modifier. By skipping that, we can how the mind. Question: how does the mind become a leader? So in this way, how does the mind become a leader? So arising at the same moment, no sooner nor later, having the same object, and so on. So answer is here Opada Vijayatina. So okay, so that is Opada and the Vijaya and the Atta. Atta. So with the instrumental case. So Opada. So Ud and the Bad. But so actually here Obada. So that is, part the noun form of the Obadeti. So causative suffix ne after that the so that is fine. Obada. So here result. So radical vowel is lengthened. That is because of it. Obadeti. That means so causes to arise. Causes to arise. And then Vidya also, Vidya means cause. So Vidya, we already know the condition or cause or reason, maybe atta in the sense of. So that is why Obada Vidya Tina. So here, question is starting with the katan, how, but answer is here Obada Vijayatina Ena, in this way or by means of, by the meaning of. Okay. So Obada Vijayatina. So actually So it is by the sense of, or maybe by means of, athena is by means of also, by way of is better. By means of or by way of. So Vijaya, cause. So which brings about. Which brings about. So here, here also causative sense already. And Vijaya also causative sense. So that is why maybe if we translate literally, so a bit difficult to understand. Which is by means of cause to arise. So cause to arise in this way. That is why, in this, word, obada. So obada also causing to cause, vidya also cause. That is why, they have the same reference, the same locus. That is why, obado. So vidyayo, obara vidyayo. Obara vidyayo. So which makes arise. So which makes arise. Yeah, that is better to understand, I think, which cause to arise in this way. So now the whole line. So the literal meaning of that one, obara bijatina, is by way of the cause which makes arise. But it is. So maybe it is to be understood there. Okay, and then later part is a little bit long. Well, roughly, I will explain, but so in the afternoon, we will go detail. So now let's go back to the original text. So here in Wiley explanation here, you see he. That is, obada bijatina is brief answer. So yatahi to the objective was saying objective yewa is complete or detailed answer. That is, Sinkeba and the Waitara. So yata, so just as, so just like, so bahusu karondesu. Okay, so bahusu and the, so karondesu. That is located absolute. When many people, so do or commit. So kamani karondesu, commit deeds or do deeds. So ikado all together. So together. So gama gadadini gamani. When many people commit evil deed, such as destroying the world, etc., together. So when many people so commit evil deeds together, such as the Gama Gada, so destroy the world or killing people, etc. So at the time, all of the people, many people, do evil deeds, commit evil deeds together. So among these people, which one is leader? When someone asks, Ko idisam bobin kamoti woti. When someone asks, who is a leader of these? Ko idisam, idisam, bahuna manosane. Among these people, Ko bobin kamo, who is leader? So it devotee when someone, so it is asked when someone asks. And the your nisan bitio hodi. So who is a cause for them, a reason for them? Yan nesaya, depending on him or with reference to him. So those people, then gaman garanti. So commit this evil deed, that evil deed. So that person is maybe that dog is named or made dog. So he is Dada or Maida. It is by his name. So this time Bobingamo, they are leader. So maybe commander. So many people destroyed the village. So at that time, so that leader also included in that destroy. So they do that evil deeds at the same time, simultaneously. But he is leader, he is commander. So according to his speech, he is commander. According to his instruction, they do this evil deed. So that is why he is leader. So Vojati, Yatha Vojati, just as said, in this way he is leader. So Ewan Samba Midam Vididapa, that is briefly. So Ewan in the same way, Sambadam, Idam Vididapa, this accomplishment, this complete understanding, so should be understood. The same way, in this content, mind and the other associated Dhamma arising at the same time. But why? Mind is called the leader, because mind is the cause of arising of the associated Dhamma. No, like in this example. So the chief mother and the followers, they commit evil deed at the same time. But their leader is chief leader, because he commanded. Because of him, the other one, the followers, do this evil deed. The same way, in arising, so mind and the other associated Dhamma arises together at the same time. But so mind is a reason, the other associated Dhammas are, effect or follower. So that is why mind is leader, the other ones are follower. In this it can be understood. So that is why here iti in this way. So obada vijayathena, in the sense of, or by means of, so cause which may arise. So mano, the mind is, so bobingamo, the leader. It descends for those associated Dhamma with Sanya and the Sankhara. So that is why those Vedana Sanya Sankhara are of the mind as their leader, Manobuddhama. And also continuously. So that is reasonable explanation. It is true that later we will analyze the sentence structure, now just to understand. So Mane Anobijandi, if the mind does not arise, those mental states, those associated dhammas, Na obejidon secondi. They cannot arise. Only when the mind arises, they can arise. If the mind does not arise, they cannot arise. So that is why the mind is the cause of arising of those associated dhamma. So manobana eke jesu jedisi kesu anobe jandesu be obejati ewa. But so those jedisika or associated dhammas cannot arise if the mind does not arise. But the mind can arise even though some associated dhamma not arise. Some jedisika, some mental state not arise. For example, when the jada based on the anger arise, at that time, maybe the mental state loba or not loba or BT not arise. That's not arise. So that is why mind is independent. Those mental states are, dependent in this way. Also can be understood. That is why mind is leader. The other mental states are followers. So because of that sense, so those Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara have the mind as their leader. So, okay. Now, any question?
Hi, Sayadaw.
Mm-hmm.
May I have a question about the word upada pachayatena? So here Sayadaw explained that the upada pachaya is the Kammadaraya Samasa. Is that the explanation in the JPU, or is that Sayadaw's opinion? Because the word upada can have two meanings. It can have the causative meaning, but it also doesn't have the causative meaning. Because in the like ubada, titi, and banga, in that case, ubada just means arising. And if that's the case, then upada pachayo, it can be the jatitapuisa, right?
Also, Obada, okay, at that time, so at that time, Obada is not causative sense. At that time, maybe the suffix is not suffix.
Yes, it's just not suffix.
Yeah, this not suffix also. So two possibility actually. Okay, the cause of arising. Yeah, so double causes here in my explanation, cause or which may cause. So yeah, cause of arising. So at that time. Okay. Now surface is better too. So maybe that is just arising. So Obada Sabijio, Obada Bajio. Cause of arising. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much, Bante.
Okay, welcome. So let me stop here by saying sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Yes. See you,
Sadhu,
Sayadaw.
sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Bante.
Thank you, Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Suki Otu.
Suki Hotu.
Thank you, Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Welcome.